Hello. Hey, Marie. I know that's you. I know we are. I know everybody's on the watch for the Amber Guyger watch, but I know for a fact. Well, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure ain't nothing gonna happen real soon. Let me put on these glasses and see what's going on here. Oh, it's been a day. It's been a day. Hey, Helen. Hey, Joel. So I know that everybody's watching this Amber Guyger thing. Hey, Leslie. Happy Monday. It's been a Monday. It's been a really busy week, you guys. Hey, Sabrina's in the house. Oh, hey, Sabrina. How you doing? So if anything goes on, you guys, I'll let you know. I'll be like, hey, we gotta go. So I know people's on the watch. They're watching, but I can pretty much. They're not going to come up with a verdict this soon. They might have one tomorrow, but it won't be today. Cause they're gonna want people to sleep on it. Hey, Angel, how are you? Yeah, they're gonna want people to sleep on it. So exactly. Okay. Sabrina says she good. You guys, I've been having a terrible, terrible week. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. But while we're waiting on some more people come in, hit that thumbs up as you come in. Hey, Sabrina. Let's see who else done came in. Tamika done came in too. So, you guys, um, we are watching to make sure you guys were there for the closing arguments. I know that Star Love is in the house. Star Love, I love your comments. I read them and I think about what you're saying in your comments, and you've been following this case. And I like that. Amp Easy been following this case. Joe been following the case. Angel's been following the case. Who else I been seeing in the room? Leslie been, well, I don't know, Leslie. I haven't seen you in there. But I know y'all following the case. So I know a lot of people is on the watch. They're on the channel. Cause I seen King Bay and they all in there, but I don't know why they're in there because it's not gonna happen today. It's just not gonna happen today. But we're gonna stay on task because I don't want to be doing this tomorrow. I might be doing it tomorrow. So I've been having little car problems. And I get a little frustrated because this is the second shop. So Bree Bree's in the house. And you guys know how it feels when your car is in the shop. I just got that car. Anyway, we're going to talk about some of this stuff. So you guys, give me some thumbs up. We went into Frank GTV's room the other day. Yesterday, Frank went live. He did a live instead of a video. We went in there. We were supporting him. Hey, Judy. And he did really well for his first live, you guys. Um, we shouted him out and everything. And hey, school bus driver, Margaret Wells in the house, Judy's in the house, Sabrina's in the house, Angel's in the house. So he was in there and he did a wonderful job. You guys, we're gonna talk about this Amber Guyger thing, this case. Amber Liar Guyger. It's funny how her last name rhymes with liar. Guyger. Liar. Wow. Anyway, you guys watched it? Tell me what you think. Tell me what's going on. I'm going to put on my glasses. Hanging out in Guyger's trial chat. Yep, a lot of people hanging out in there, but I mean, I see it going on, but um, I'm pretty sure ain't nothing gonna happen today. I got my notification on. Very strong closing statement. I'm gonna tell you something. When they came on with the closing statements, defense closing was super weak. Well, it was weak, but it kind of had me a little bit, a little bit upset because they were like, the state ain't proved nothing. They got to prove this, and they're right. They're supposed to come in and prove all of this stuff. You guys know how that goes, and so the state at first was kind of a little bit weak. They were okay. I won't say weak, but they were okay. Um, they came a little harder on Amber when they were, uh, you know, close examining the situation. And when they was asking her those questions, they was like, "You did this and you did that," and she was like, "I did not. I did this and I did not. I did that," or whatever. And if you really listen to how she answered the questions, she would answer the questions. If you guys seen in the last video we put up, she answers the questions like, "Yes, I did not," or "No, yes, I did." She wasn't answering the questions. I think the reason why she was answering the questions like that, she didn't want to get caught in a lie. And so when they were doing, nevertheless, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys was she said, "I pray to Goddard." She didn't say she prayed to God. She said, "I pray to Goddard." So sometimes when some people say, "Hey, King Bay," to me, this murder case was different in the sense that we know she shot him. The question is why? Mm, I don't know. I can't. You know, I'm still trying to wrap that around my head. The jury is done for the night. They will resume in the morning. Oh, okay. Good. Thank you for the update. Now I can go out of there. Because I was in there watching just to make sure, you guys. I wasn't going to be leaving you hanging. That's why I didn't want to do today. But as soon as I say we're not going to come on today, that's when everything start coming in. You know what I mean? So, let me see here. Let me find. I don't see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I knew that a lot of people was gonna be like, let's wait and see what happened. So let me get on to what you guys are saying. I wasn't trying to be rude, but we don't follow this. We don't want to miss out. And nice seeing you, Helen. Okay, defense closing was super weak. Amp, you think it was super weak? The defense, the prosecutors should have mentioned that she was texting instead of paying attention to where she was going. Exactly. They should have kept saying that because that was true. That was her whole mind setting. They got all the way to the finish line and didn't want to cross the finish line. They felt that, I mean, they didn't have they didn't call the witness that was supposed to heard somebody knocking, saying, "Let me in." They didn't show the video where she was pacing on that balcony back and forth while she was waiting. She couldn't have done CPR while she was out there. That right there would have explained everything. Even if they would have brought it in later on and said, "Hey, we're going to cross-examine you." Now, you said you did some CPR, but you said you was with him. But while you were on the phone, how do they got video you pacing after you done shot him. Because you couldn't have done, even if you were looking, you still left him. And that is really irrelevant. It is. It's not like it's irrelevant. It's relevant. It is very important to the case that they could have showed that you wasn't trying to save his life. And I don't care what nobody say. I know the first responders, everybody's giving them a pat on the back. You know, I don't know. I'm not giving a pat on the back because I'm gonna tell you guys why. They got in there, but a gunshot wound to your chest. It doesn't matter, gunshot wound. When you have a gunshot wound, and I remember because I took this on the nursing board state exam, the NCLEX test, that you don't do compressions. You're gonna make them bleed more. But I know they didn't know that. They did whatever it took. So I'm not faulting them for that. See, if you do something, nobody can get mad. You can't get mad. I don't get mad at them that they didn't know they have to put compress and stop the bleeding. Well, the bullet didn't come out. It lodged in his torso. So you're not going to have no blood on the back or on the couch and all this other stuff. It went in the front. You stopped the bleeding there. You know? But you giving him this right here, you're getting that blood to flowing. You're getting the blood to flowing. But I know they didn't know. Yes, Frank did good yesterday. To me, this murder case was different in the sense that we know she shot him, and the question is why. I love the DA closing, and did you love the DA closing? And did watch the defense closing. I'm staying in my trust and faith that God will handle this and touch the juror and give justice in this case. Yes. Yes. Bree said, Amp Easy. Oh, that was for Amp Easy. Okay. She said because she wanted to that way. I'm gonna share with you guys my thought. It's not going to be emotional thought though. Prosecutions missed a great opportunity to introduce the recovered text she wrote about having to work the MLK Day parade when she said it wasn't about hate. Yeah. Yeah. They missed a lot. Angel, they missed a lot of opportunities in there. And for the life of me, I can just say that, I don't know. She might do sometime. If she do any, she might do a little bit. Somebody says she might get 10 months of community service. Here's the thing. Here's some information for you, Sister Nugget. You could pay $90 to have them scan your engine and they could tell you anything that's wrong with your vehicle. School bus driver. Right now, it's electrical and it's $92 an hour. And I'm sicker than a dog right now. So I went to go pick up my car and it's still doing the same thing. The juror's gone until in the morning, resume at 8:30. Thank you, Tasha. Nice to see you in the house. I now believe she actually made the mistake of the wrong floor, but realized her mistake before entering. She then decided to go in his apartment and kill him. Is that what you think, Aunt Beezy? I'm going to tell you what I think in a minute. Sabrina, okay, y'all not putting that ad in front of me, I'm reading stuff. Oh, Helen is talking, says Sabrina Washington said the jury left for the day. Gotcha. Thinking she could get away with murder by claiming it's her apartment. Justin Guyger, Gales is in the house. Gills. Justin Gills. That's a Gill. And we still don't know all the details of the case, but she is obvious guilty with intent to kill. She told you she intended to kill him. Hello, Tony. How are you? No verdict. No, Anthony. And nice to see you in the house. Okay, let me catch up with you guys because I'm way behind. I'm looking and I'm trying to make sure. If she gets 10 years, she's allowed on probation. They were saying if she gets 10 years or less, then when she can go ahead and ask for some kind of, kind of reprobated type of bond, bail, where she could stay out while she appeals, and it be count for time, but she could stay out while she appeal. But anything over 10 years, she goes straight to jail right there. Okay, so see, it gets me caught up. I miss a lot of y'all stuff. I now disagree. I previously thought hung jury, but I believe strongly she will be convicted. Not guilty is almost a 0% chance. Really? Now, I need someone in the chat to answer a question for me because I was asking a question and Tanya and the guy that she had on wouldn't answer the question. Now, if she's found guilty, it's either murder or manslaughter, right? Because those are the only two, murder or manslaughter. The question is, wow, this is crazy. You guys are still there? It buffed really bad. It took all my people out the room. Okay, you guys, we're back. Joint hairs is in the house. Yeah, it took us off. It took us off. And I knew I shouldn't have probably even named it Amber Liar Guyger. Oh, I got another phone if it do it again. But it's still doing some stuff. Okay, Nat Cole is in the house. Leslie Harris is back. Alina Rodriguez is in the house. Okay, you guys, we had 30-some people in the room, and it took them all out. I don't know. I think they just do that because Kramer, let me see. Cammy's in here. Cammy, nice to see you again. That's used to be my nickname. Okay, you guys. So let's finish conversating what we were talking about. I got more thumbs up than people in here. That usually don't happen. Anthony M. She even testified she intended to kill him. She already made her mind up before she entered. Yes. Devin Barrows is in the house. Hello, how are you doing, Devin? Nice to see you here. So, she did. She told him. She said her intent was to kill. I mean, and that is crazy that she said that. I would have said, well, I just wanted to protect myself. That's what I would have said. I mean, I just wanted to make sure I was not going to have to deal with it. So I don't know. Whatever happened would have happened. I wouldn't have said yes. My intent was to kill him. Because she shot him right in the heart. I told you guys that. I told you. You guys don't listen. I mean, I know you guys don't listen. Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks for coming back, you guys. Thanks for coming back. You know that wasn't a mistake. Yeah, it wasn't. It was not a mistake. Mm-hmm. So, I don't think the state kind of represented him well. They didn't even say it was his birthday yesterday, you guys. They were using the sympathy card. I mean, it was actually his birthday yesterday. And they should have said, she's living for another day. She's celebrating. She's partying. It was his birthday yesterday. They didn't even mention it. And I'm going to share something else with you guys. What, I don't know. You guys were in the room, but I don't know if it was the state or the defense, but they started showing the crime scene, the gruesome attempt to try to save his life, all the blood, all the, and they didn't even tell the family. They just showed it. The family literally had to walk out. So disrespectful that you would show that, and his mother already seen it, and she has to watch that. I'm gonna tell you something. I still have nightmares and dreams about finding my brother. So just imagine his mother and his sisters sitting there, and they just start showing him laying stretched out there, taking his last breath, and they didn't even warn the mom. This ain't right. This is not right. That was the judge's fault. That's what Joint says. Bree said, I think it was the state. Yeah. Helen Reed says he would have turned 27 yesterday. Yeah. I'm my yeah, I am buffering on one of my phones. I'm looking at it. TT's in the house, you guys. So what happened? It just went off. Oh, on WFAA, they're they're going to resume tomorrow at 8:30. Somebody in the chat said that they're done for today. Disrespect to the full. If you're buffing, go out the room and come back in. Maybe that'll help. Let me see. Because mine is doing it also. Yeah, go. If you're buffering, go out and come back in. And it stopped buffering. Okay, let me take y'all down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it kind of worked a little bit. Okay, so um okay. Yeah. So Danica says, what y'all think so far? I really hope she is guilty as charged. You know, for one thing is Helen had texted me and said, hey, there's movement in the courtroom. So I run in there and they're on there talking. So I'm thinking they must came up with some kind of verdict or something. So I was waiting around. I'm asking questions like, hey, why are we here? PM, 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 PM. Peggy's in the house. Hey, Judy. How's it going? Yes, the state was wrong and disrespectful to the parents and the sister. What y'all think so far? I really hope she is guilty as charged. I told you guys what I think. And I don't want to repeat it because I will repeat it because I don't think you was here, Danica. And I'm not saying this to be mean or anything. I'm just saying, just looking at how the defense came out and the state really didn't make a home run. You know, they didn't really do a home run. They did okay, but they didn't do a home run. They put on a show. And you know why I think they put on a show? Is because on one situation, The defense was standing up there with Amber after she came up there going, okay, it's okay, I can do it, it's okay. When she did that, and then the state stood up and said, Your Honor, we can't hear her or whatever. Or if he said, if they're done with their narrative, then and so then the defense said, I'm not done, Your Honor. I'll sit down when I'm done. You guys remember that? That's when I knew it was a show. They wanted to put a little show in there. School bus driver says, I don't know if you remember this case. 2 black cops chasing a suspect. Suspect stroke police cruiser. Police open fire. Kill kid in the car. And they was locked up in jail within 72 hours. Black cops. I don't remember it. Danica says she do. The Black Authority channel said prosecutors don't want to make it obvious doing deals with defense. Well, they made it very obvious when they did that little skit, because that was something I could have wrote in there when I was in the 4th or 5th grade. That didn't do anything. I kind of was like, oh. And I wanted to see what they were going to do. I kind of was waiting to see, I wasn't surprised they did it. I'm going to tell you guys right now what I see. Because it was very evident. No, I remember with Amber when the state said, are they done yet? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When he was like, are they done yet? And he's like, I'll sit down when I'm done. World Class is in the house. How you doing? I didn't know a bowl of vanilla ice cream was a deadly weapon. Yeah. Oh, you thought we had the verdict? Yeah. If we did have the verdict that quick, it was going to be bad news. I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't have been good news. Oh, now I remember the question now. The question was right when he said, I'll sit down. Yeah, I'll sit down when I'm done. I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah, he was making it seem like, like they're really putting on a show. That's when I knew this girl is not going down. And I don't want to be in my feelings about it. I've been really edgy. Really, I haven't been this way in years. Maybe got to do with my car in this situation, in the Dominique and Jasmine case. You guys know they went to court today, and I haven't heard what happened. I'm waiting on his friend girl to call me. I left her a message. I'm just letting you guys know. I left her a message. I said, hey, call me. Let me know what's going on. And she did tell me that once she went to court, she would come back on and tell us what's going on. So we're waiting on that call. You guys know we talked to her. And someone said, I saw a comment. He said Amber probably had issues with possibilities of walking too loud noise. It's a possibility she purposely snapped. Someone said what I said. I saw a comment. He said Amber probably had issues with possibilities of walking too loud noise. Oh, that he was upstairs walking loud and everything all the time, and it's a possibility she purposely snapped. Elena Rodriguez, did you go out and come back in? This is what I did. I went out I pushed on another YouTube thing, and then I came back. That's what I did. My question was, thank you, Tony. Thank you for, my question was, do all 12 jurors have to be in agreement? Do all 12 have to be in agreement? How do they do that? Is it the majority rules? Cuz I thought I thought if one of them says she's not guilty, then she's not guilty. That's what I thought. And they wouldn't answer my question. TT says yes or hung. What do you mean? So if all 12 of them don't agree, then it's a hung juror, right? A mistrial. She's a white woman and a police officer. I'm not surprised. I think they all have to be in agreement. Yes, if it's not, it's a hung juror. Right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I believe in the state of Texas, all 12 must agree. And you got to remember, you guys, I told you, you got that one juror on there that knows the ranger. And I guarantee you it's David Armstrong, or whatever his name is. I think it's David Armstrong. And they're not going to go against what he said. Somebody, and you got to remember, she's a woman, and she cried. So I'm just, I don't know. I hate, I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade. Trust me, I want it as bad as you guys want it. I don't see it. I don't see it. As wrong as they are. Amp Easy says he's being optimistic. I I want to too, but see, when I know, I don't put my feelings off into it because I already know, and I'm not surprised. I get mad when I get surprised about something like my car or somebody walking in on me while I'm trying to eat ice cream. She would have, I don't know. Right now, I gotta handle some business at home. But once I handle my business, she can walk in on me when I'm trying to eat some ice cream. She'll wish she hadn't. We would have. I'm just saying. I cannot stand surprises. I tell people, don't try to surprise me. Bree Bree says, I have a classmate that works for the Rangers. When I asked him about this case, he said he couldn't talk about it. TT says, have a feeling most black jurors, Uncle Tom, most don't see it anything possible. Well, you know what? You know what I was paying attention to? When the defense was up there um, giving their closing arguments, I was looking at the reporters in the back. Because how do you think those young, and I'm just saying, how do you think those young ladies back there, and they can't show no emotion, but you know what? It shows a lot. It tells you a lot. And if you guys paid attention to that, you would know what I know. I'm just saying. Okay, you guys got to go. The family is on live now. The family is on live. What Star said? Oh, at the church. But the lights is up later. All right, Star, you take it easy. She talking about church at church. Okay. A what is that says? Crooked Truth Bandit. Crooked Truth Bandit is in the house. Bree says, I'm sorry, but Amber would be laid out if she just walked in my house like she did him. Yes, the last breath I take, I would be strangling her. They would have to, I wouldn't let her go. First she's gonna get, first thing she's gonna have to meet my little friend, and then I'll handle her. While she's sitting there talking about, show me your hands, show me your hands. That's not a command. And anyway, you know what I'm saying? You're off duty. You're in somebody else's house. Show you his hands. What police officer says, show me your hands? That don't even make sense. Show me your hands. That is just, oh, Crooked Truth Bandit. Oh, that's your trucking name. You guys, it's just terrible. But I disagree. I think they proved solidly that her claim it was an accident is unbelievable. I get what you're saying, Amp Easy. I get what you're saying. But you got to remember, you got 12 people. And one of them is knows the ranger. When somebody say they know the ranger, I'm pretty sure they know him like they're friends. I don't think they just saying, oh, I know that guy. I think they're saying. Tell me what you guys are thinking. I'll put on my glasses. Sorry, that was a response to Bree. Oh. Well, I read it. TT says, BS, she showed us a lie. She lied. They caught her in all kind of lies, but that don't mean nothing. Because you guys, I was just telling Helen, and I might share with you guys, I was going back after this had happened. SP, I really hope justice is served for him and his family, but I'm going to really be sad and ticked off if she gets off. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Bree says by them still being out, they are hung up on something, some evidence. Yeah, they wanted something that they could give her, something small like 3 to 5 or something, or some probation or something. You know what makes this bad? And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. What makes it bad is not that she's a person, but she's an officer on the CRT team, or CRS, or SCCST, CRT. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. The CRT. Exactly, Tony. And when you make it on the CRT, that means you got some high score on aiming and shooting and observing and doing everything right. This girl couldn't observe anything. She's a police officer. Don't you know that they teach them to, number one rule, when you're done with work, take off your uniform because you are a target. Not everybody likes police officers. We have to stand for something because too many people are being murdered by police. She didn't remember anything. She didn't remember anything. She didn't know where she knew everything all the way up until she made it turning up into the parking lot. But I'm going to tell you what I think, you guys. And there's no evidence, so it's just allegedly. I can tell you my narrative. I believe she knew that this young man smoked weed, and he smoked it pretty regularly. So I believe she parked up on the 4th floor. Well, she made sure, oh, he's not here. Let me go on, park right here. I got the master key, and I'm going to go take his weed. I'm going to go get some weed. Because I know who got some weed. So she parked there, and she just walking on in, you know. And she's got her police outfit on so nobody won't say anything. So she takes her key, she sticks it in the door, and she's like, what? And he's like, hey, hey, hey. And so she's like, she's caught. She's entering, she done broke into this man's apartment. So she takes out of her weapon and shoots him. Because the only way she's going to keep a secret that she's in somebody's apartment unauthorized at that particular time, she's wanting them that weed to go along with her booty call. I'm telling you guys what happened. And if that didn't happen, this is the other thing that happened. That their little organization that they got, she had to take a colored person out. Because everybody there, she done shot this Mexican little kid and said he was trying to get a gun from her. They don't want to talk about it. They're saying it was justified. Let's see if this one's justified. She shot and killed him. Here's the bad thing. The state did say one thing that I was so happy that they kind of held their ground on at the end. And that was, she did not have to go in that door. She did not have to go in that door. Exactly. They did say her eyes wasn't working, her ears wasn't working, she couldn't smell. There was a different smell. Everything was out of whack. And she put the key in the door, and the door went open, and she heard something rambling in there. And she thought, I am going to go find the threat. That right there should convict her. You don't go towards a threat. You go away. Anybody. I don't care you the police. I don't care. It's just like this somebody fight. If you're fighting somebody and you're going towards them, then you're agitating. You're the aggressor. She said, I went to go find the threat. What do you mean the threat? Because he's in your apartment. Even if somebody was burglarizing your house, you don't go in and go deal with them. You know what you do? If you outside, it only makes sense. If I came home right now and I got ready to stick the key in the door and I heard a little something, I ain't going in there. I don't know what the heck is in there, but you know what? I'm going to go make that call. Hey, such. I don't care if I got my piece on me or not. I'm going to call my family. I'm going to call 911. Everything. I'm not going to go in there because I got a gun talking about. That's a lie from the pit of hell. I'm sorry. That don't even make sense. You're going to go in there without some backup. They don't even teach you that. First of all, if had a word of exchange kept distant, only a fool get close. He had right to kill her. Yep. But here's the bottom line, you guys. And you guys, the state didn't really address it that much. And this is what made me mad. Not only that she shot him in the left upper clavicle part, right here. This is your clavicle right here. Right here, where your heart is, over here, on your left side, at a downward position, which they're trying to say he was coming at her. He was trying to duck. That tells you right there. Even if what they're saying is true, he was trying to duck. That means he was trying to protect himself. So it still doesn't make sense that they're saying that she's in the right when he's trying to protect himself. Even if he has all right in the world to. They're trying to make it seem like he was bad because that's the reason why he got shot. Because he was trying to protect himself. He was trying to duck. No, that don't make sense. She shot him as he was getting up. And not only that, the bullet that went through the wall. Hey, pretty, how you doing? What cop issues no commands or warnings? The murdering kind. Right. Sorry, my sister, but we got a ride. Awake and come. All right, you take it easy, Crooked Truth Bandit. You have a safe one. And so, when that bullet goes through, it went through resident. That tells you that she was inside the apartment. That tells you that she wasn't standing at the door. It didn't go at an angle and go out, or it didn't go through out the back. It went through the apartment. They say, how did you do that? They only asked her that one time. They asked her very nicely, very calmly, how did that happen? She says, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, when we get to a point, and this is why I'm not going to get upset about this whole situation. We get to a point, if she gets off on this, I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of deaths, unexplained, and it's going to be terrible. I just know it is. And I'm not talking about the riot, and I'm not talking about the marching. I'm talking about there's going to be a lot of people getting off, killing blacks, whites, Mexicans, Puerto Rico. It doesn't matter what color you are. And the reason why I say that is just you can't have the government doing stuff like this to people and getting off. Hey, Alfonso, how you doing? Thanks for coming to the live. Only go to a tree if you want the drama. Exactly. She did not back off. She said, I went to go find the threat. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You get in a fight with somebody. Now, I'm going to tell you because I know for a fact I got this friend and they were fighting. They were fighting. They get up and they go to their car and get a gun. They come back to the fight and shoot. That's premeditated. It's simple. You got in your head, I'm going to go find the threat. No, you're not in danger right now. If you can think it, back off and get some help. No, they're acting like she went to go find the threat and that's okay. You can go find the threat. Let you and me go find the threat. Let somebody come in our house, we go find the threat and we go shoot him and kill him. See what happened. Just see what happened, Captain, because you'll be sitting in jail for life. This is not what's going to happen to this young lady, I'm telling you guys. It's a show. And I'm never surprised. I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you guys that. You guys, I know you want to be optimistic all you want. And I know. We're in our feelings. You got to get out your feelings. You got to get out your feelings, get a little bit smarter, See when both sides is playing our feelings and our emotions. And that's why we all need to come together as one. Quit talking about this white thing, this black thing. They might be doing it. But it's not about that. It might be that for them. But I'm just telling you guys. I think she was up to no good. I think she was trying to hurry up, get to that booty call. I think she went in that boy's apartment thinking she was going to steal his weed. And she got caught. And if it wasn't that, then he already had a target on his back with his name on it. And she was just getting points. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Because it's not a mistake. She knew exactly. And she told us, I intentionally went to kill him. She didn't stutter. And I ain't know nobody to get on the stand and say, my intentions was to kill him. In the dark. If he was even burglarizing your house, you gonna kill somebody for a TV? Because you didn't have nothing in your apartment but a TV, sweetheart. They done already cleaned your apartment. And I'm gonna tell you something. Amber's not a clean female. I don't care. She's either on meth or on crack. She's on one or the other. I'm just telling you guys. I know him when I see him. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Pittsburgh girls in the house. She's on one or the other. But, you know, the police don't want to pay the family because she was wearing a police outfit uniform. They don't want to pay the family. But the family can still sue for wrongfully death. Hey, Lady B. Talk to me, you guys. Her bottom lip quivers. She's so fake. Yes, she is. Tony One says, oh, your phone went dead? Oh, okay. Much love. You guys, don't get off in your feelings about this. Because you got to remember, there's two things. And I'm going to say this because you guys, I told you guys yesterday when I told you how I felt. And I told you none of this is making sense. I'm going to share this with you. Helen and I was talking about it. And here's the thing. And this is why I tell you my narrative. You guys can tell me your narrative. If you want to call in, let me know. You want to call in. I'll open up the phone for you right now. Tell me you want to call in and we can hear your perspective, your narrative. We can do it right now. But I told you. The pictures that they're showing, those are not even the originals. Amber Guyger is murdered. Point blank, she is. Those are not even the original pictures. I know for a fact. When I say I can remember 450 facts, I can remember 450 facts. I remember what book I seen on that boy's couch, and it ain't there. Oh, it's there on the side where they done straightened up and put things where they want it. And if you go back and listen to the 911, you'll hear this. They didn't show no picture she on the balcony or anything. They need to go on with their games. I'm not the one. I'm not going to put my feelings all into this. Southside Chicago, I'm with you, but they might try to give her manslaughter, but she might be jailed. Sugar Man, 1988, said that. Injustice Investigations, Alfonso Scott says, they are not. You are right. Thank you. It's just not going to happen. And if it happened, you know what? If it happens, then they're actually using her as a, as a scapegoat. But it ain't going to happen. They're not going to want to pay that mother all that money. I don't believe the light was, I think it was on all along. She claims she turned it on just before the cops come. Exactly. Even though his TV and the computer gave enough light, let me tell you, when you're sitting in front of the TV, Oh, anybody can see you, but you can't see them. That's how it works. You know how I know? Because I work third shift. I'm sitting there in front of monitors all night long. But when somebody comes up, I'm like, whoa, because I can't see them. But the monitors, they can see me. They can stand in the back and look at me and see what I'm doing. I can't see them, not because I don't have glasses on. I can't see them because they're in the dark. But they can stand there and I won't even see them. But they can see me because the light. And if the state was really trying to get her to go to jail, they would have showed that. They would have showed how that bullet went through the other residents. That means she was standing in the apartment, not at the door, because the bullet went straight through the other apartment. It didn't go out the door. You guys, I know. I'll say meth for 100, Alex. Exactly. Pittsburgh girl says heroin. It's one or the other, because she owns something. But this is what I tell you guys. You know, you guys say, what goes in the wash, what don't come out in the wash will in the rinse. Trust and believe. She is, if she messed up big time like that, which she didn't, trust and believe she did not. She did. This is a young lady that, look at her body. She goes out and work out. Amber Guyger was involved in another shooting some time ago, but it was a mystery, disappeared from the World Wide Web. Yes, Alfonso Scott, she shot and killed a Mexican kid and said that he was trying to get her gun. So they justified it. They took her word. The boy is paralyzed. And since he was a criminal, they wasn't listening. TT says most black Uncle Toms is sad, mistreating their own race, but massa loving. I don't trust most any color. Exactly. Your own brothers and sisters that throw you underneath the bus and back over you. Look what David Armstrong did. He didn't have a problem in his Obama voice. You guys think I'm lying when I say he got a Obama voice. Let me share something with you. You think I'm lying? I'm going to share something with you guys. Let me find it real quick. If I can find it. I bet I can find it. I bet. Okay, here we go. I want y'all to tell me who is this talking. Hold on. I'll turn it up. Tell me this ain't Obama. They picked the right ninja.
And looking at the totality of the circumstances and considering everything,
Hello, Haiti.
do you believe today that you have probable cause to believe that Amber Guyger committed a crime?
Based on the totality of the circumstances, based on the complete investigation, no, sir.
Do you have an opinion as to whether it was reasonable
Can y'all hear him?
to believe that she was in her apartment when she encountered the complaining witness?
Yes, I do.
And what is that opinion?
He sounds like Obama, I'm telling you. They picked him because of that.
And that it was reasonable?
Listen.
Yes.
And do you have an opinion as to whether it was reasonable for Amber Guyger to proceed based on the facts and circumstances that, from her standpoint, that the complaining witness was an intruder in her apartment?
Yes, sir.
Your opinion.
That it was a reasonable perception.
And do you have an opinion as to whether it was reasonable based on the facts and circumstances from an ordinary, prudent person in Amber Guyger's position for her to proceed with Bob Jean?
Oh, Tony on one? Oh, okay. Y'all hold on. We got a call in. Hello, this is SP News Nugget.
Hey, SP, this is Tony on one.
Okay, you're going to have to speak up. Let me cut off this fan so they can hear you.
Okay.
You got that soft voice, lady. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Hey y'all. My thought on this is the fact that if we read between the lines, this is a bought case. This case is bought from the beginning to the end. All the information that they could have, the prosecutors could have actually used, they did not use, including the young lady who had the video of Amber pacing back and forth on the railing or whatever.
On the
They didn't
balcony.
use, yeah, on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't use any of that. Not one part. They
Exactly.
didn't use any of that. They pretty much bashed her, made her lose her job and everything else. Not to mention, true enough, we pretty much, taxpayers do pay them, and that is the lawyers that they pretty much have dealing with the police and everything. Everything that they could have said, they did not say. They did cover up, and from my perspective, my opinion, that ranger getting up there, we knew he was full of it. And they're going to run with what he said because he's going to make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
He's had his own troubles and issues, like had been stated before, about him getting in trouble that he didn't get in trouble for, like he should have. He's going to get a promotion or some award out of this. They don't want any police officer to be found wrong. They just don't want that. And they are pretty much further dividing the community from top to bottom. It's an agenda. Everybody's pretty much getting paid off this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. There's been an agenda going on to get rid of as many people as possible. And the law is supposed to be king.
Exactly.
And that's what they're trying to run with. It's all rehearsed almost. It seems that this has been talked about, agreed upon, and everything else. The defense is not pretty much working hard to really defend her. When she answers those questions, that female was more comfortable up there. She put on that act. True enough, she put on that act. But she was comfortable up there. She wasn't really afraid.
Yeah.
Because they had already told her. They prepared her. Look, you're not going down for this, so just get up here and play this role. The prosecution is not going to come at you hard with everything.
Yeah.
These are the questions that will come at you with, say, answer it like this, don't do this, but do this. I mean, it's all rehearsed. And for everyone, we really can't take it personal, even though the human side of us wants to, but that's what they want us to do. They want us to be in an uproar because it further divides. It divides us all. And to me, that's the goal.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things because they're all getting off on what they're doing. And we don't want to claim race, but part of that is, but we try to stay away from that and just say this is human on human violence.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all wrapped up in there, and if we don't read between the lines, we'll find ourselves caught up in there because we're not safe walking the streets. We're not safe riding the bus. We're not safe driving.
We're not safe in our own home eating ice cream.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I was telling them if she doesn't go to jail, none of us is gonna be safe. You better get a carrying license because
we have to, because it's going to be up to us to protect ourselves because we're not going to be protected by them. It's really not in their job description. If you really look at it, it's not. It's to keep us in order. That's what their job description is.
Exactly.
If they're not able to keep us in order and in line, pick us off because we're not giving to their society anyway. Like you said before, they're trying to kill, not to just
Yeah.
end us and
That's
stop
what she
us.
said. She could have did a warning, or she could have just shot down below to stop a person or whatever. But
No, she
she
didn't want
shot,
to.
and she said it. She said, I shot to kill. Just straight like
Yeah,
that. No, my intentions was to kill him.
right. And she told the truth on that part.
Of course
She
she's gonna
told
say that. You know why? She wants her brownie points. She wants, people to say, yeah, you killed the black man. You killed a ninja. Kudos for you. And she's
yeah.
smiling, grin. But
I know it's sad, it's disheartening, and it's frustrating. But even the whole Black Lives Matter really don't care.
no, they don't.
If you actually look them up, you'll see that they don't even really care, especially for our black men.
I know.
They go unprotected. It's almost like they're irrelevant.
Well,
So for her to kill him was nothing. It's a notch in her belt for them clubs that she's in.
exactly.
Because for each body they get a lot of recognition. Instead of getting consequences, they get recognition. Oh,
Exactly.
you're cleaning up the streets. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he hadn't done something, he was probably going to do something.
Yeah. That's what
And
that's how they were saying Amber was like, she goes out and she fights every day to keep people safe. I do not want that girl to, if I call 911, if she's the only one there, y'all just leave me alone. I'll deal with it. Because when you got an idiot like that, you don't know what she gonna end up killing you.
yeah, that's the truth.
And then be like,
I mean,
I didn't mean to. I shot the person that called in. I didn't mean to, but I let the suspect go.
but I mean, her intent was to kill him for the simple fact that if she did be here to tell his truth, which
Exactly.
she did not need, because then they could have got her for attempted murder,
Well,
whatever else they wanted to.
that's what I was trying to tell people, that the original videos are not there, and had people watch. Like I said, the original video is not there because I know what I seen. I know what book he was reading because I've already read the book and I told you guys about the book. It's nowhere to
Yes,
be seen. Not only that, she was on that balcony talking and conversating on the phone. You know why they don't want people to know about that conversation on the phone? Because she called in to the police department, talked to her superior, her supervisor, and said, hey, I just
yes,
been in a shooting. I just shot this kid, such and such, such and such, such and such. They said, okay, call back 911. Okay, Amber, calm down, calm down, calm down. Call back 911. Don't say nothing. Only thing I need you to say is, I thought it was my apartment. That's all you say. But call in on the 911 and we'll get
yes,
Marie Riviera to answer the call.
yes,
So when Denise, I'm sorry, I called her Marie. But when Denise called in, when Denise answered the phone, Denise wasn't giving her any information that helped the child either. She was sitting there talking about, okay, okay, you're a police officer, right? Okay, where's he at? Where are you at? Okay. She didn't say, is there anybody else in the house? Is there any danger? Can you start CPR? Can you hold the wound? She should know that a wound, somebody getting shot, you don't do CPR. You have to cover
right.
the wound. You're killing them faster that way. She talking about, I did a sternum rug. What is a sternum rug gonna do? You shot him. He ain't got the hiccups, sweetheart.
That's the thing. That's the way they covered up. Well, I attempted CPR. Well, no, you killed him, is what you did. If the shot didn't right off the bat kill him, you doing that made him bled out even faster.
And I'm gonna tell you something. So they got all these numbers with what time she called and what time this. What about that call when she was on the balcony? See, they lying. Because what about that call?
Lord.
What about that call?
Because they don't want that. That's why they made sure to put a girl who take her out on the balcony on hush mode. That's why they did that. That's why that wouldn't come up in court. That's why they screened all the people who were going to be witnesses, and if anyone else had said anything remotely against her, they were going to be put on hush mode just like her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there was someone else who heard or saw, but were too afraid because they see, oh, look what they did to her. They're going to do that to me. I can't afford to lose my job, which means I can't afford to lose my place to stay. Instilling fear like that is the quickest way to shut somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Or just flat out pay them off, which that's going to be the last resort. Because even killing them off is going to come before paying them off.
Exactly.
Because they would have, if he'd have survived, they would have had to not only charge her, but they would have also had to pay him. That's why they're going through this, to not have to pay his family.
Exactly. Exactly. They said 2 minutes. They could have got there in 2 minutes. Well, she called 911. They know she was a off-duty police officer. When they got there, they started doing CPR. See, people, I'm trying to tell you, you don't do CPR on a gunshot wound. That's
No.
pumping more blood. You're gonna lose more blood. They're gonna pass out. They don't have the blood. And then on top of that, and see, and she didn't know that, and the first responders probably didn't know it either, but they should. But anyway, nevertheless, they got all the time calculated. But if you got all the time calculated, what about the time she was pacing back and forth when she was just on the phone, chitter chattering?
It didn't exist. It didn't exist, so they didn't have to calculate it.
Exactly. But Bunny caught it on video.
Right. So they got rid of her evidence and everything.
It got rid of her evidence, got rid of everything she said. They didn't bring in somebody was knocking on the door saying, hey, let me in. Hey, they ain't showing that she's walking and pacing while she's on the phone after she done shot somebody. She ain't even with the victim. They were calling her the victim and calling him the suspect.
That was their plan. Yeah, that was their plan because she didn't get arrested like any other normal person would.
Exactly, TT. TT
She
said.
didn't get treated. She got special treatment. She was the precious victim in this whole scenario, not the actual victim. But that goes to show and demonstrate how they operate.
Exactly.
There was protocol was not followed. No type of protocol was followed. Not to mention, she didn't even give them the gate code to get in. You live there, but you can't give them the gate code.
Exactly.
You act like you don't know the gate code.
And when
no, that's right. Call them out.
And when she came in, she followed another car in, so she didn't even use the gate code herself. I mean, normally you're not supposed to do that, but she being a police officer, she's doing it. Here's the other thing. See, a woman, you know that this man is okay. You're having a relationship with this married man. Okay, that's a problem because you got no morals or values of a family. You're tearing up your home record. You're tearing up a family. Not only that, you're fretting around with your partner. You're putting him at danger. You're putting you at danger. And when you come to my house because we got something going on, you're putting us at danger because y'all in your emotions because y'all loving each other and sexing each other.
Yeah, and it's a conflict of interest. Everything she did was
everything she's doing is wrong. She didn't start that day doing wrong. She been doing wrong. And when they were running and doing his funeral, getting his funeral together, what she do? She texts him some more. Some sex texting. Partying, getting drunk, she said.
She was celebrating because she knew she was going to get off. She knew everything is going to go back to normal. So why not?
So
I done got up there. I done said what everybody wanted to hear. That I feel bad. That I don't even deserve. She flat out said that she did not deserve to be alive.
Cause
That pulls heartstrings with them folks.
I know, but
That's what they did.
she
That's
said it. She
exactly.
said it because she knew that what she did was wrong, but she wanted people to feel sorry for her because she Miss
Yes,
Lily White. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is why I get so angry. Us sisters, we get in protective mode, even though sometimes our brothers be treating us wrong, and they run over
yeah,
there, and then we be like, hey, this is
yes.
you really don't know what you're doing. Don't do that. And they hey, they better. They nicer. They this, they that. Okay. Okay. You really don't understand that they don't have the same they don't serve the same type of God we serve. You don't understand. They
No,
serve
not at
money
all.
and they serve fame and fortune. You don't get it.
Yeah, I taught that prosperity crap. Kill, steal, and destroy. And that's exactly what
Hmm.
she did. And
Yeah.
that's what she's going to continue to do. Because that's their agenda.
And
They
it
already feel like we shouldn't have anything. We shouldn't, he shouldn't be living in such a decent apartment. Why is he even here? Well, I can remedy that. I'm not going to get charged for it. And it's going to give me a leg up. Well, she's already had her legs up enough.
yeah.
She's been focusing
She
on the vitamins. So she didn't have any remorse for not a single
Nothing. She been
part
doing things
of
wrong
it.
for a while. She said,
Yes,
and she knew it was morally wrong. She said, I knew it was morally wrong. She gonna do it anyway. She drove home texting and driving on the phone.
yes.
That's wrong too. You're a
But,
police officer. You breaking the law.
right, but
I
that's
don't
the
care.
character
You
they
breaking the
didn't want to
law.
show. That's the character they didn't want to show.
See, because
It's
I'm
going
going
to
to tell
change.
you
It's going
something.
to change.
A police officer stopped me it's been about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. Now, what they did, they was driving behind me and they were checking, okay, here's the thing. I was driving an Escalade.
Yep.
It was probably about 7, 8 years ago. I was driving an Escalade. I didn't have my seatbelt on, okay? So they was driving behind me, so they were looking at the tag, and then they were like, so they pull up, and they were in an SUV. So they pull up right next to me, and they look over at me. I
Yes.
guess they was like, oh, okay, this is a ninja. But anyway, so they
That's the
whipped behind
character
me,
that that.
and it was a black cop, and it was a white cop. And so the
Uh,
black cop comes over, and he comes, and I had my kids in the car or whatever, and I just do not like restraints on me. I just don't. It ain't that I'm trying to break the law. It's just I feel like I'm just you know claustrophobic
tied
about
down.
it.
Yeah.
And so the black cop come to the car, and he's like, give me your license or whatever. And so I give it to him and everything, and he was like, where's your seatbelt? And I was like, I forgot to put it on. I don't like to wear it. He was like, you're breaking the law. I said, okay. I said, okay, you officer, give me the ticket or whatever. Girl, make a long story short, he got really rude with me. And instead of handing me my license back, he threw it on the ground.
Also condescending.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he treated
wanted
me
you to get
he
out.
treated me worse than a white cop would have. And I just kind of laughed at him because I was really just getting him ticked off because I don't care about this 5, 10, $20 ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
going to get in a car wreck and I can't get out because of a seatbelt. I don't carry scissors.
Yeah. But see, it was the point of trying to humiliate
He
you.
did right in front
He
of
was
my
trying to,
kids
yes, that's the point.
for a
That's the point
seatbelt.
because he needs a leg up. He needed a leg up with his superiors.
Yeah, he just wanted to stop the car, and then he's looking all in the back and looking just you know, profiling.
looking for looking for a reason
Yeah, he
to
was probably wondering
further.
what this woman doing in this $40,000 car.
Well, they look at us like we don't deserve anything worth anything because we're not worth anything.
Exactly.
That's misconception. They don't
Exactly.
care about us. And
Yeah.
for us to be doing what they may feel like is better than what they're currently doing, they take offense to it. Instead of going, oh, well, you've done well for yourself. I see you, congrats. No, they don't see it like that.
No, they don't.
There's no reason why you all should be doing better. And I'm telling you, the fact that he even lives in that complex, because that complex, those apartments are not cheap. I lived in Dallas.
You know,
Those are not cheap at all.
there was this guy, I can't remember his name, but right after this had happened, he actually he did an interview with um, Bo Jean's mom, and he was down there once they did the march down there, because right after this happened they did a march. They wanted Amber to be arrested, and they hadn't had arrested her yet. Anyway, he was doing an interview, and then he got up and he did a speech, and they did the statistics in Dallas, and they said that out of all the states and counties in the little towns, which is 247,
Yes.
the worst state, town, and little bitty little city for corruption, for unfairness to blacks, African American, and the minorities, that all the corruption with the police and the blacks and whites, guess who came out the worst?
Dallas.
Dallas was number 247.
Yes. See, I have my own experience. That's another reason why I wanted to move out of Dallas, because back when I was, how old was I? I was like 13. I was raped, and I saw a police officer, so I got his attention, but it was a white male and a black female. Now, mind you,
You was what?
it was a, I was raped.
You was raped?
Yes, I was raped. And I saw the police car and I flagged him down. And I told him that I had been raped. Do you know what he told me?
What's that?
He said, all you N-word thieves are liars. And do you know you can get arrested for that? Now, me being 13 years old.
You were 13?
13. He told me if I didn't get away from him in that car, because they had more important matters to deal with, and if I tell you that helper did not back me up, she did not open her mouth and say one word. She didn't tell him he was wrong. She didn't say her out or anything. That heifer bowed her head like the Uncle Tomette that she was, and did not say a word. And for me being that young, and for him to tell me that, that scarred me. I used to want to be a police officer. I went to college and took up criminal justice because I wanted to be a police officer. After that and other incidents with Dallas police officers, I changed my mind. No, I don't want to work with y'all. If that's how it's going to be, I don't want to work with y'all because y'all are not protecting and serving. And I don't want to get myself wrapped up in a situation like this whole Amber Guyger mess.
Exactly. Exactly. I understand what you're saying. I
That
understand what you're
hurt.
saying. Oh, I
And
know. I
Dallas,
know it does. I know it does. I mean,
that,
they didn't think about the black little children back then, when you were 10, 12, 13, and they still don't. They think we're ignorant, but nevertheless,
yeah,
they do.
yeah. So just the statistics you read
Mm-hmm.
is right on
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
It's on
know.
point.
Oh yeah.
It's so many incidents that will probably never come up, but they're out there,
Oh yeah. And
and they are. one of the most crooked.
Yeah, they don't. If something happens, I don't know if you were in the room, but I was telling them, I was telling the people when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I came down here because I didn't stay with my mother my whole entire life, but I would come down here and sometimes I would visit. But I was walking down the street, and the sun was still up, but it was getting kind of dark. And this man jumps out. I'm not gonna give you guys the whole story, but he jumps out the car with a towel wrapped around his hand, and he busts me dead in my face. And I seen stars. I that's why I know that you
Oh my
know if
God.
somebody knock you out, you do see stars. You really do see the stars. But he basically broke my jaw, and I was out, and he was dragging me to the car, right? So I somehow woke up and fought and got away, and I know yelling, screaming, kicking works. It helps and all of that. But I ran behind house and got away and everything. But my whole face was tore up. When I did make it home, because I know how to get home quickly. When I did
Right.
get home, and my mom and my dad, and I told them, and they was like, "Oh, what happened?" And yeah, I really ain't got to tell them. When I walked in the house, it was like, "Oh my goodness." Anyway, when they called the police, they were looking at me like I was lying. They was like, "Oh
Yeah.
Lord." And now to this day, I do not like being in the dark. I don't want to be walking nowhere. My kids,
Right.
they got to have a car. As soon as they can drive, you get a car. You get a car.
Yes.
I'm just like Oprah. You get a car, you get a car. I don't want my kids
Right.
walking because of that situation.
Right.
But they treated me like I was lying. I was scared after that to even be around people. I don't like being around people till this day. My husband will tell you when there's a lot of people, I'd rather go sit in the corner.
Right. I don't do well with a lot of people because it's that the fact that I can't trust. And we
No,
were taught as a youngster that police officers are here to help, but the majority are not.
no,
You
they're
got
not.
a handful out of thousands.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I try to do because I can't say all. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
can't say all. Just like all black people are not good people. Some black people are some
Right.
bad people. Some white people some bad
Right.
people too. But I can't say all of them are bad. I just say the majority that of what I came across, it hasn't been a good situation.
Right. I actually have, and I worry about one of my cousins because he is a Dallas police officer.
Hmm.
And I worry about him and all my relatives that live there because if this thing goes sour, I mean,
Yeah,
God knows what's going to happen.
exactly. Well, I hope everybody that's down there in Dallas don't be emotionally attached, and just it you know what I'm saying? We got to trust the Lord,
Yes.
stay in faith. And I know some people's like, but how can the Lord gonna help you? Hey, uh I believe I believe in God, and that's just the way it is. So, regardless if he come or not to the rescue, I'm standing on that because I know too much. So I know,
Right.
and it'll never
And you know what?
change. Whether I
Not
see it or
only that,
don't, it will never change. I know too much.
true, true. And that's one thing that I tell as many people as I can. The thing about it is knowing that regardless of what happens,
Exactly.
you still have to be
Yeah.
strong. You still
Yeah.
have to walk on that faith.
Right. We
And
have to be like those three little Hebrew boys. Whether he come or not,
yes,
we still gonna
yes,
serve him.
yes,
Who's that? Ashak and Abednego, Meshach, Ashak,
yes,
or whatever, and Abednego, whatever their
and you
name
get to
is.
go. Yes. But that's the thing, because we can't get emotionally invested because if we do, then we won't be able to logically use our reasoning. And that's
Exactly.
what they count on. I mean, they count on that. To
Exactly.
them, it's as an emotional weakness, and when they can push that button,
Mm-hmm.
it's on
Yeah.
because they can torture us, humiliate us, disrespect us, and sit back and laugh and go, "Look, I got them out of character." See, that's the reason why we got to do this to them.
Mm-hmm. Because as soon as they get us out of character, that's when you make a lot of mistakes and everything. And you gotta have to be smarter than that. That's why I tell people all the time, be engaged in the conversations. You know, go to those trials that they're having, especially when they're about stuff like this, so you know what to do, what not to do, and where to go, where not to go. You know things of that nature. Who to vote for, who not to vote for. Because yeah, those things they do matter. They do make a change. You can change it. But Dallas is really got a lot of traffic and a lot of business going on down there. There's a lot of money down there.
That's the root right there, the
Yeah,
money.
there's a lot
Because
of money down there.
you would be surprised how many police officers are actually involved in the human trafficking ring. I mean, they have their hands in some of everything, and this is information I know.
Oh, I believe you.
Their hands are in everything, from nightclubs to being pimps to running drug houses. I mean, their hands is involved into everything. That's why a lot of these officers are just going to bow their head because they know how powerful they are, but they're not strong enough to be the one to stand up and say, you know what, this is not right. Two, I'm not going for this. And three, this needs to be known.
Exactly. And
They're not going to do it.
I'm gonna say this, and I know that we're 30 minutes. We're almost in another hour, girl. I'm gonna say
Oh,
this.
always the way.
That's okay, but I want to share this with you because when Helen and I was talking, and I was telling her that we learn by things happening. I mean, you can learn by just watching other people and what they go through. But I was going through a little situation one time, and I learned from my past. I always learn from my past. I'm going to be a better person next time. This is not going to happen to me. But this situation where I was getting done wrong. No, we're not going to talk about my situation. But what I'm saying is I was getting done wrong. Just flat out
Right.
done wrong. There was this guy that was not treating me bad. He was a good person, but he sat on the sidelines and watched it and knew everything that was happening, right? So one day I was coming in to work, and he said, "Hey, SP," and I just ignored him. And so he came again, and he was like, "Hey, SP." So I ignored him. I was like, so he came to me by myself when everybody else had went, and he said, "Hey, SP, I don't treat you bad. I don't, ask you to do this and do that, and and make you as an example. I don't do all that. I don't cuss you out, call you names." I said, "I know, but you sit there and watch it happen, and then you act like you don't see it. So you're part of the problem.
It is. They
You're
don't
part of
get
the
that.
problem." Because if you would
Yep.
stand up and say, "Don't do that, don't call her names, or don't say those things, or quit trying to write her up because she won't go out with you,"
Yeah. Yeah.
then maybe, um, I could have respect for you and it won't happen. But it happens. But anyway,
Well, you know what?
she's the right color. That's what
Uh-uh.
society say.
All that don't matter for this very reason. Karma is a beast. Every dog has its day. And what goes around comes around. And
Yeah,
it cannot
yeah,
be
yeah,
stopped.
yeah. But I tell you, and a lot of people, I tell them this, you guys, when you're dealing with this type of demonic spirits and stuff, you know what? Prayer is not working because sometimes you gotta fast. You gotta fast and
Yes.
stay in prayer. And a lot of you guys ain't do it. You talk about it or you say something about it, but you guys don't do it. So right now, I'm just putting that out there because we got to
It's the
start.
truth.
We got to go back into our roots and see what our ancestors did and do. We
Yes,
got to do those
they were
things.
stronger.
Because if we don't, we're not gonna have nothing left. Our kids is already in trouble. Taking off their clothes and wearing leggings, looking like pantyhose, thinking they cute, smiling, twerking butt. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh Lord,
It's a
help us,
mess.
help us all.
It's
And
for real.
I'd be like, I understand that these women or something wants to, but you leave nothing for the imagination. And we
Yes.
got to tell our children, more is sometimes better than showing everything you got. You don't have to be in competition and things of that nature. This is why people treat you the way that they treat you.
Leave something to the imagination.
So I'm just saying, we need to, and see if us grown-ups is walking around with leggings on and you know what I'm saying? I watching where we going and talking about and stuff. Usually when we talk about conversations, you don't even have to tell the kids to leave. Such come over, they just hit the door. They just go on in the bedroom. You ain't got to say, hey, get out of here. They just be like, oh,
Right.
oh, such and Betty's at the door. All right, mama, we be in the room. Tell us when to come out. That's what we tell our mama.
Yes, basically.
The only
Yes.
thing you better say is hi and walk your way right on in the back. We don't do that no more. We sit there and we let the kids be in the conversation right there on the couch.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Anyway.
No, ma'am. We're not having that.
Oh my goodness. I know we getting on something else. I just want everybody to please don't be in your feelings, emotions. If it happens, it's a good thing because we'll be headed in the right direction. If it don't happen, don't be surprised.
Yeah, really. Because I'm telling y'all, this is bought and paid for. All the signs are there if we
Yeah,
just read between the lines
exactly.
and we see past our feelings.
Exactly.
We pray for the family that they may have peace and comfort during their time of bereavement.
Mm-hmm.
But it is an awakening, a true awakening for us all. Sometimes God has to do things to show us certain things. If our mind is so cluttered on other frivolous things that we cannot decipher the truth, that's a problem.
Exactly.
If we don't know the truth, we don't know how to refocus and go, hey, okay, this is what this is. Okay, now I know this. Now I understand this. So I'm not going to put all my eggs in the police or anything like that. I'm going to use my common sense.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's it. And besides, we see how Amber was raised
Mm-hmm.
because it always starts at home.
Yeah.
It starts at home.
Yeah.
And she clearly has a bias. So we
Yeah.
can't just be too shocked because if the family is participating in the alphabet club, then what were we really expecting from her?
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, that's
Oh,
just my
we
opinion.
this won't be the last of us seeing Amber. I guarantee that. She'll be in the news
No,
again quickly. She's a
honey,
hot
she's gonna get a
mess.
movie deal or something. This is leading to more money for her, and it
That's why
doesn't
she did
sound
it.
good, but it's true. Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
That's what it is, y'all. That's
Okay.
what it is. But that was my opinion, darling. Thank you for having me on.
I thank you and appreciate for you calling in. A lot of people scared to call in. I don't know why they scared to call in. We don't bash people over here. We either gonna talk about it or we gonna figure out what's going on in your neck of the woods.
I ain't scared to talk to my family.
All
Hey, what's
right.
up?
So you guys, thank you for calling, Tony.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All righty.
All right, bye.
Bye bye. So you guys, I'm glad that family members are calling in and talking about things, you guys. That was so nice.
Ladies, is your apple,
Anyway.
banana, or peach at lunch?
Anyway, you guys, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. We had a good conversation. We talked about a lot of things. I want you guys to not be in your feelings. Don't be in your feelings about it. If it's a good thing, you got to remember. You got to remember. You got to understand that somebody died and somebody may go to jail, somebody may walk away and not go to jail. But don't be in your feelings about it because it's not over. Okay? It's not over. So you guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Let me say goodbye. School bus driver, bye-bye. Bree Bree, bye-bye. PM Peggy, bye. Sabrina, bye. Sabrina, bye. Leslie, bye. King Bay, bye. Bree Bree, bye. Latoya, I seen you come in the house. Let me see. Jayla. Jayla. I think I said that right. You're gonna have to call in and tell me how to say that name. Jaylia. Jaylia. Because I don't know how to say it. Hey, T. Bye, you guys. Anthony, bye. Helen, bye. I'll call you in a minute. Hey, T, bye. Bree Bree, I said bye. I have to go way up here. Donna, bye. Keisha, I know we were long, pretty, and I know people want to stay. John, I seen that you wanted to call in, but we're leaving right now. TT, hopefully we talk next. We'll be on when we come on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we'll be here Wednesday, you guys. TT, bye bye. Pretty Saucy, bye bye. See Latoya, bye. Lisa Hill was in the house. I didn't see her. Anthony, bye. Sandra, bye. I didn't see her come in here. My goodness. I take off my glasses and that's when everybody come running in. I didn't even see these people. Lady B was in here. Oh my goodness. And she said something. Let me see what she said. She was getting her stripes up with the PD. Yep. Yep. I think I got everybody. Angel, bye, Angel. Sandra, King Bay, PM. Boo Brown was in here. I didn't see you again, Boo Brown. And he always Amp Easy was in the house. Alfonso, good night. Devin, bye. Pittsburgh, good night. I try to Sugar Man, good night. I try to remember everybody. This is how I remember everybody. Tony, good night. Thank you for calling in. Because I ain't got nobody. Nobody. Nat Cole, good night. Okay, you guys, I gotta go. Judy, bye. You guys be safe, be good.